Hello, happy Tuesday.
We did it. We're here randomly again.
Hi. It is what it is. Okay, last week, my bad, you guys, because I was like, we'll be here tomorrow. And I said tomorrow. We were all together.
And I was
And
here.
once again, I have let Kristan down. And I was like, how did I do this again? I know how. I have a disability, but that's no excuse. I didn't put it in my calendar, so it didn't exist. And then, bless her heart, she's like, hey, where are you at? And it was like 11:05, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I immediately have to like set an alarm for it, put it in my planner, or else I'll forget. You know what I mean? Like,
but this one I was like, no, in your calendar. And like Elliot's mom asked me to come do some stuff with her today, and I was like, I am busy from 11 to 12.
And then we're good.
This.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad James is here, and the artist formerly known as Jesse. Say what?
Nice picture.
Love it.
So we are talking about Nuclear Winter, which fits the winter theme.
That's right. Which let me check and see if you can get it on InStockTrades.com right now.
Lee.
Hey,
Lee, I hope you're enjoying this from your definite work day. I know that you and I are both working, but are we? The answer is no. I played Boyfriend Dungeon all morning. That's what I did.
Love that. All right, so our great sponsor, InStockTrades.com, you can currently get Nuclear Winter Volume 2 and 3 on there. 1 will hopefully come back soon. There are only 3 volumes, but you're going to get the best price ever there. You know, because they have up to 50% off, sometimes more. Current front page, more right now, more than 50% off. Great shipping, wonderful packaging. And now more than ever, we need that.
Yeah.
It's rough out there. Packages don't survive. But if your books inside are covered up good, they're packed well, then you're going to be good with InStockTrades.com.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ah, so cool. Hi, Miss So. Joachim, how many times do you watch No Way Home? One time.
0 times. 0 whole times.
And I saw it on Thursday. Hello. And it was very busy. And so, like, too busy. And no one's here is wearing masks. Not really. So I was like,
Yeah, it's rough.
No more opening night movies for me.
It's so rough out there. Even like right now, because that's the one movie anyone wants to see. And I'm just like, I want to go. But right now it's just like my schedule. I literally like don't know when to go.
Ooh, I do want to see Nightmare Alley. Really bad. Hello. Jessica, I didn't cry. I almost cried, but I just cried at seeing other characters that show up. But the people next to us cried. Jessica was there with me. All right, Nuclear Winter.
Yep.
So do you want to give a little like?
Yeah, let me try to.
But like little like what you'd write at the back of all these books if you're describing.
You know what? I'm gonna find the back of the book.
Oh, do you have it physically? I read it on Comixology.
I have it on. Oh wait, did I start that on Comixology? I have it on Hoopla or Comixology. I can't remember. Yeah, see, I read this weeks ago now. Yeah, you can read it all in Comixology Unlimited. There it is. Because I read it weeks ago, I cannot summarize this for you.
Oh, I can do it.
Okay.
So basically, Nuclear Winter is kind of what it sounds, and you don't realize that until a little bit into the book. But it starts off. We are in a city, a small town in Canada. I don't remember where in Canada.
In French Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
Montreal, I want to say somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere on that. And our main character is like a delivery person. But she uses like a snowmobile or whatever to like deliver packages because the whole town's basically covered in snow. So that's how she's getting to everybody. And without her, really, I think like deliveries just wouldn't make it in town because it's just so it's overdone with snow. But also with the term nuclear, there was some sort of like nuclear accident or explosion or something somewhere near their town. So you have a mix of just like regular healthy people, and then you have people affected by the nuclear blast. So some of them have like deformities or different abilities, and you even realize with your main character that like as you go on and you get further in the book that she's also been affected, not visibly, you wouldn't know, but she has like extra strength. And I mean like a lot of strength, and like her eyes will go green and she can do all these crazy things. But it does have like a negative impact on her body too, where like it'll start to show, and she has to take medicine to kind of help that. And you follow her with like her deliveries and making friends in town, and also getting like a crush and how that works for her. And yeah, that's my.
That's good. That's great.
Is that a good one? Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I love it.
Everything.
Thank you for that.
But I really liked her. I thought like she's a really fun character. I like that she's not the typical one.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of short and stout.
Yeah.
She doesn't really dress up or anything. She's just kind of her own person.
She would love that.
Outside of like delivering, which is like her whole job, and she does it all the time. Like she doesn't really do much else. She doesn't go out, and a lot of that's because of her ability, because she gets angry, and then she gets all green and kind of scary looking, right? And she just doesn't want to risk it at all. She'd rather just not get anxious, and that's why she does a delivery job too, because she's just on her own all the time.
Yeah. We experienced the whole cast of characters throughout these 3 books that I feel like I don't want to like ruin everything, but
I think we can talk about some big stuff.
Yeah, there's some big things that happen. I love what happens with her and the guy she immediately has a crush on, right? Because like when they inevitably get together,
very cool guy in town, like
very cool guy. Everybody's like, "Oh, it's that guy." I can't think of his name.
Cool
But
guy.
he's got the cool hair. He's the cool guy. He likes bands, probably bands you've never heard of, like that kind of guy.
He's really into like art and film and like going to shows and like being really sociable. Like when she first meets him, right? It's like he's like his apartment's like an artist haven, which is very typical for these type of people. I think you and I both know. They just don't like accumulate people.
Like there's always a party there. People are staying there like every single night, which is like the total opposite of everything she wants to deal with,
Yeah.
But somehow they end up together. What I loved about that was it was a very like atypical portrayal of that sort of relationship in a book, right?
Absolutely.
Especially where it goes and what happens with it. It was such a refreshing difference from like anything I've ever read. So you're not just like, oh, of course she gets up with that guy, and of course like they live happily ever after. It just doesn't happen, and I love that because that like rarely really happens,
Yeah, absolutely. Like it's real.
Yeah.
And most time if you see a girl like her, where they're in any sort of like romance or any comic book or any movie, you're like, okay, she's like the homely one, is what people would say, right? And you have this like really cool musician guy, and usually that kind of main character will idolize that one, right? And then like eventually they get together, but nobody understands. It's one of those like stereotypical deals,
Right.
but that never comes up either. Like them kind of like giving each other a hard time about it doesn't really happen. And she likes him like you would like any normal person, but not in a weird idealized way. But they're together by the time you get the second book, and they're already just like a regular couple.
Mm-hmm.
And they have their issues with each other, and as you're going through all this stuff, you're kind of like, I get it. Okay, they're not.
Yeah.
You're not disappointed by how things turn out.
Yeah.
At least I
And it's
wasn't. I
like,
was like, this is great.
not at all. Like they're not perfect, and even their fights were like portrayed really well. It felt really realistic, I just love that within this book, because the art's very cartoony, and I think we maybe expect a certain thing, but it was actually really like there were depth and layers to these characters, but especially that relationship. Actually every relationship she has, but it just felt so, it was like, oh, this is so real and something we don't see a lot, and I appreciated that.
Lee had a good comment. There's something interesting about stories set in cold environments. Like all the characters being so bundled up strips away a lot. It's just personalities connecting and clashing. That is a good point.
Yeah.
I think by having that backdrop, people are forced to like be in close environments because they don't have any other option.
Yeah, so true.
Don't. They have a bunch of mutants going around, like Mutant Town and all this kind of stuff.
And it's nonstop winter, plus there's this like radiation messing with everyone,
Yeah. So how did you like the storyline with her sister in Volume 2?
Yeah, that was really... I like that. I like that twist, right? Because like you expect one thing is happening, it's something totally different. And the resolution of it too. I mean, it was just like, again, I saw these covers and I expected something like, oh, fun, all ages, whatever. It really wasn't that. Like, I felt like it was very mature, and unexpected. And I really enjoyed the sister storyline too. It was just like, so again, more depth than I just blatantly assumed, which is good.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, it's hard because I don't want to spoil everything for you guys.
Yeah.
I think the twists in here are worth a lot. Like you were saying, like nothing is going to go how you expect it to go with any of the characters. Like when her sister comes in, immediately you think, because her sister is like a worldly person. She's always traveling, usually dating somebody. Like she's kind of like the irresponsible sister because her family is left. They're somewhere else. Her sister's left. She's just by herself here. She's just been taking care of herself, and I think kind of hiding what she's been going through. And her sister comes up, like big personality, fancy new clothes and snowmobile and all this stuff. And you think it's just going to be her like annoying her the whole time, and like still like for most of the book, that one she's like doing her own thing still. Like the main character, she's like, I'm busy. I am doing everything to throw myself into work constantly. Also have a boyfriend. Like I'm good. Probably expecting her to like just leave again, but and I never expected like the stuff she was into, like the background of what the sister was up to and how it was going to affect our main girl, and I really liked it. I wouldn't give it I think both of us rate like a 4 out of 5 on Goodreads because I really liked it. I think there could be, it wasn't anything that I'm like at the end of like oh no, this is everything, but I really do enjoy it, and I would like to read more as it comes out, if it comes out.
I felt totally the same. I hadn't looked up like when the next volume should happen. Hopefully it's still going around. Like hopefully people are picking it up. I don't know. I mean, there were 3 volumes, but sometimes things get canceled after 3 volumes, right? So hopefully that's not the case. But yeah, it was just, if you want some good realistic portrayals of relationships and an interesting backdrop, there's like a mutant raccoon at one point, right? Like I love that. Loved him. Love that he came back. Love that he came back.
Jealous ex-girlfriend who has like, who's also a mutant and has like poison nails. Who is a mess.
A mess.
A bitch. Really.
Oh yeah. It's the best way to put it. Yeah.
And immediately because she's very just like she's drawn to look that way, right? Like very thin and kind of like sickly looking, and like I like how you described her as like once she got that side cut, she just lost it. Like,
yeah, that was great.
And they were shitty to our girl who's delivering. Was like, no, we don't have your like tip or your money. And she's like, I got here as fast as I could in a huge blizzard. And for your bagels.
Risked her life really to deliver these bagels.
Yes.
She didn't even get a tip. Didn't even get paid. Oh,
it was too real.
Infuriating. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's too real. It was rough. There were just so many like big personalities in the best way. Even the ones that were like quiet were like big and very unique. So I thought the relationships are just really well done.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what else I have to add to it, which means that Does happen sometimes, you guys, because we like to do
Yeah.
like one series for a video. Otherwise, we have like a bunch of things in the title, right? And
Also in our heads.
yeah,
Too many
but
things.
then we finish talking about it quickly, which is fun because that means we can just chill and talk, which is always good. But yeah, I do recommend. This is a Boombox published one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is again why I assume like it was going to be all ages, because that's really their all ages line. But it was. I felt like it was more mature.
It's
I mean,
like
there
an
was
older
nothing.
one.
Yeah, it was like, I guess, kids of a certain age could read it, but I don't know that they would even understand the layers within it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess you could say it's kind of a YA deal. So if you feel comfortable with like reading like teenagers and upward, I think you'd be fine. But it's one of those like, don't be deceived by the cover,
right?
In thinking it's kids only.
Because I was.
yeah, absolutely. And that's a good like thing to like talk about too, because you go into a comic book store and like I never see our like first, second picks or those kind of graphic novels anywhere near the other comic books. Like I don't know about you, but like my local one has like a DC section, Marvel section, and then they're like independent, which is all your Image and Boom, whatever. But those don't typically include anything that did not come from a floppy run. And then everything else, if they do happen to have it, ends up being like in what that looks like the kids section, but not all of those technically count.
Interesting.
And I know that other comic book stores are different across the U.S., but I think the ones that you and I have access to tend to be like how mine is, where you don't have your like cool graphic novel section.
That's true. Now that I'm thinking about it, like I'm thinking of like my favorite ones when I go out of town. I can't count the ones we have here because it's not great, but it's terrible. Don't understand their system at all. Also, they wouldn't have any first, second books. They would maybe roll their eyes at that, which is why they suck anyway. But yeah, you're right. Like I think about everything that we love would be like away from other books, which is interesting. It's like, why is it like that?
Yeah.
I guess it works, but
Yeah, but I'm curious about what kind of people you could bring in if you change that.
True.
Of course, I don't know the business. I don't know what in the sales tend to be. We should, I say I don't want to interview people, but I would be interested in interviewing like comic book store like owners.
Yeah.
Like especially like, I follow Outsider Comics. I think it is. I think they're like a Portland comic book store, and they seem so cool. And so I'm curious, like, if any of their practices tend to like help. Yeah. Because I know that they actually do feature like a lot of the books that we talk about.
Yeah.
Because I know that if I talked to my local store and was like, "Hey, I've got the proof, this could work."
Yeah.
We're cool. They would listen to me, I think.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm trying to remember the name of the shop in let's see.
Do you guys have any in the comments? Do you guys have any like local comic stores to you, or like comic stores you've been to, have you visited that you feel like that do a good job of like a variety, or do you feel like most of them tend to be like what I described? Like I go in and I love my store, and I'm not even talking about the other stores. I love my store a lot. We've got a huge board game section, and then we have the floppy section, and then we have like the trades, but they tend to be the main. Anyone that puts out floppies is what's there basically, and then there's like the toys. But that's the extent, pretty much. So I'm curious of like what other people's stores are like.
Yeah, I was thinking of Star Clipper in St. Louis. I don't know if you've ever been there.
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. There's a lot of like great out of town places that I think of, but they're so great as they just do. They have all these like, lesser talked about titles that we love, like featured.
Yeah.
Like on end caps and like employee picks, and it's just like it's such a refreshing thing to go into a shop like that and be like, okay, you're making me want to pay cover price. Like you're making me want to support you. Watch out.
Like I wish if I ever won the lottery and we could run one, you and me.
Oh yeah, we would have to win the lottery.
There's no way.
We can't make money doing that. No.
No. But I would definitely I would try to make it for like a more varied buyer's market, you know, like not just variety, but really, I want to walk in and feel like you have still like the main three or whatever, but also have an area that I want it to feel like I walk in like a FYE or like a box lunch, you know, where you kind of have like, because some stores do a good job of balancing that, where you have like a variety, but you also have like the cute section.
Yeah.
I want to feel like there's a section for ladies. Not that the other books aren't for ladies, they are. They absolutely are.
Sure.
A lot of guys like those other stuff too. Like put a little anime section there, like manga section, and put like more of like cool trinkets and stuff. Because they have the board game selection like that tends to support those kinds of people. Like I walk in and I can find T-Dragon board games, and like all that kind of stuff. But then I feel like the comic book stuff does not reflect that.
That's totally fair. Yeah.
And I like that stuff, but getting new readers in there.
Yeah, plus like I love when comic shops like have the specialty sections, right? So if they highlight a certain theme, or like even if it's just like here's all your LGBT books that you're gonna love, I want that because I want to know, you know, highlight some stuff I don't know about. Tell me what it's about right there, you know.
And I hate when stores don't have like your staff picks. I want to know who the staff are, and I want to know what they're reading.
Yeah, tell me what Brian's reading. What does he love?
I want to know.
What's his deal?
Yeah, because I walk in and I want to talk comic books, but I know nobody's reading what I'm reading.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that too.
I don't expect them to, but I love stuff like that. You have a little picture. I want it to feel like a little hometown bookstore. I want my comic book stores to learn from my bookstores.
Yeah, that's the big thing, right? Because I was thinking about that. All these OGNs that we love are very much bookstore featured books.
Yeah.
You know, when we walk into a bookstore, I feel like I see those sort of things prominently featured. And, you know, book podcast I listen to, people are talking about T-Dragon. They're talking about first, second books.
Yeah.
More than other books, you know, more than Marvel stuff.
Yeah.
So there needs to be a blend.
I've heard a lot of good things about Third Eye. I had a friend that used to work there. She's moved on since, but I'd love to go. I like this train of thought. Like, how many months in a row do we need to feature the new Batman? Batman's supposed to be fine. It's worth it to highlight smaller stores. Absolutely. Like, I'm upset that I don't see my comic book store highlighting Milestone. Like, when I walk in to the right, there's like a couple of the new big reads or whatever, and I'm like, Milestone is back. Why are you showing me Fantasy Batman? We all know it's out. Everyone knows.
People are coming in for that. It's fine. Yeah.
Where is this thing? Like, why? There's a Maddie section and Kristan section of rotating curated figures, comics, games.
Yeah.
And how could you imagine? Can I just get my local comic store to be like, listen, just like...
Yeah, can we sponsor you all?
Influencers? I don't know how to do this. Just like,
can we just like take over a little section?
Yeah, I mean,
as seen on Fangirlz in the corner. Can we just?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can lose a couple of your things. Also, please change the stuff on your windows. The sun is going directly onto those books and they're faded.
Oh my! Can we talk about how many comic book shops do it? And then I'm like, you understand I'm not buying from this section because they're all like,
well, and that's directly where the
shades
kids
lighter
books and like the graphic novels are, and I'm like,
yeah, like okay, so one of my favorite stores in Indy, Comic Book University, love them, right? They're great, they're huge, they got a lot of variety, but their kids, and it is their kids section, is being directly hit by that sun. I pick up a book and I'm like, this is supposed to be deep red and it's very light pink. What are we doing? I don't want to own this, you know? It's rough.
Mary says that her local comic store puts in good effort to have variety. They better.
Yeah, they better. Better treat you right, Mary.
You only deserve the best, Mary.
Yeah, that's right.
Mary, if we ever come visit, you're just going to be obnoxious around you the whole time.
It's going to be great.
So no store nearby. The only one we had closed down a few years ago. The closer one is now in Evansville. I know Evansville had comic book stores.
There are 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Get it.
They're not great. There's one that's I wouldn't even say it's great.
Yeah.
Because there's still just not a lot of variety there, but then there's
our area is lucky. There's a bunch. I wouldn't go to all of them, but I could tell you the good ones.
Yeah.
reached my Goodreads goal this month. Congrats.
Good job.
150 books and still going strong. What is your
Nice.
challenge going to be next year? That's more of a Kristan question because I haven't tracked all my books.
Let me look at where my challenge is at. As you all know, I have to mention it every time because I get blown up in the chat about how I changed my Goodreads goal. You know what? Let me live my life, y'all. Let me live my life.
Hey, we were trying to read 1,000.
Yeah. Hey, I had a lofty goal I knew was absolutely bonkers, and then I was like, "Oh, I gotta change it because that's totally never gonna happen."
Oh,
So
I read 132. And
Hell
I
yeah.
haven't counted everything, so.
There you go. I'm at 591 of my changed 600 goal. Okay,
girl.
You know, and I got stuff mixed in. I got single issues every now and then, right?
Yeah.
I got mixed in with my omnis, you know. So it's a whole variety. But
and some of those are big books if you think about it.
That's
right?
true.
Reading a deluxe is like 3 trades.
Yeah. And I don't count it as 3 trades because I'm like, so get off my back, people who are mad about this. People, there's like one guy. I don't know. There's like one dude who is always like, "You changed your goal." I'm like, dude, get over it. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Watching your thing so hard.
Yeah, I don't know. It's bonkers. But anyway, I don't know what I'll do next year. I'm like, I feel like I want to move it up, but maybe not much. Because, and I think I'll hit it. I have a few days.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, oh no.
I just need to. I'll be doing it at your house next Thursday. I'll be like, okay, now can you remind? I'm doing my Goodreads.
Love it.
Today might be a long day of live stream. Fangirlz assemble. How many dogs fall? And then over your new reader. If someone doesn't postpone or forget about their show.
That's so funny. We're both gonna have 2. Yeah.
Wow. Ours is happening tonight, and the reason why it's definitely happening is because I haven't invited other people. And those people are responsible and will be there. I also put it in my calendar. I even sent calendar invites.
Oh, so fancy. Look at you.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
that.
Power Rangers.
Fun. Do you know when that poll is going to be finished for the end of the...
I put it as today, but I'll have to wait and hear back. Or I'll ask Andrew to check. Because I don't know.
Because I put in my planner, so... I gotta know what to read. Yeah.
I do really want to read Warlords of Appalachia, but I think out of all the books, I'll be really happy with any of them. I don't love having a number goal, but I do make goals like read more from X publisher, etc. Not sure what that'll be for 2022. I've really enjoyed like keeping up with your like prose.
Oh, I love
thread.
I love that, Jessica. It's always like books that I'm like, I need to read that. And then she reads them. She's like, they're so good. And I'm like, I should still read that. And I don't. It's fun. It's fun for me. So one of my goals, I do have reading goals for 2022, is to read more prose next year. I want to like always have a prose book going because I don't do it enough. And I have too many, you know.
I know. And I still have my book of the month club. That I never read any of those books. I canceled my subscription, but like of the books I got from there, which I know were good and very highly rated, have not read a single one of them.
I've read a few, but that's not enough when I have it every month still. You know, I do. It's a great deal. It's a great deal.
It's a very good deal.
It's such a good deal. And, you know, Mary and I, every month, we like to freak out about what books come out and which one we're going to pick and such. Also, you can skip any month and you don't get charged. So, like, you know. But, yeah.
There we go. James says that as of right now, Warlords of Appalachia is winning, then Kentucky Kaiju, and then Rock and Roll Terrorists. All right.
Oh, okay. Y'all go vote for Reed. That's the only book I have.
What's that? A prose book club? That's right. Listen, if
you know
Jessica,
what,
Chris and I won't start one. Okay, we won't do it.
It's true.
But you could do it, and if you did, we would do it. We would read it.
That's true. You could just call
Mary.
You can even call it the Jessica Book Club if you want. And then we'll be like, we're joining the Jessica Book Club. What are we reading this month? Yes.
T-shirts of your face.
But like with faces all over it. Like just
a bunch of Jessica
the most
faces.
obnoxious shirt. You know what? We have to now.
We have to. All right, Jessica, thank you for starting the book club. Appreciate it. I can just hear her face. Like I can just see like the faces she's making right now.
Love that.
Mary lowered her Goodreads goal and stands by that decision.
Thank you, Mary. Good for you. That's how it should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Jessica says that's self-care. That's right. Just take care of myself. She's taking care of herself. Let us live our lives.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Lee, you do have to read Reed's news. Also, I need you two to meet. I need everybody to meet so bad.
Yeah.
I would invite you with me to go see people, but there's no way. I gotta make this dream by myself. Pros with my hose, yes.
Okay. It's settled. Done.
Absolutely.
Love it. Love it.
Absolutely. But Schweitzer Pirates rips.
Yeah.
It looks really good. Hose is a general neutral term. Yeah, of course. Now I want this picture of just like, can Reed draw a picture of Jessica where she's just like sitting on a throne of like books? Like,
yes.
like a mafioso.
Yeah, and she's got a
want.
crown and like a thing, and she's dictating over us. Yeah, love it.
The Jessica Book Club will turn to an hour of talking about their pets. Which one's the most adorable? It's Dingle. Okay. Wherever he is.
It's all the pets, always.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Jessica's been referring to both of my pugs as Hank, and I think that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's a good name for them.
But Robin is pretty cute.
Robin's very vocal too, and that's great. Love that for her.
Every video I shoot by myself downstairs, she's like, "What are you doing?" But people like it. They're like, "Oh, when's she gonna show up?"
Yeah.
Just when I think she's not going to.
She's the best co-host, really.
Yeah.
No offense.
Hey, it's fine. I mean, when are we gonna do our next show? I assume we don't want to do a show while we're hanging out.
It may be hard.
Yeah,
I feel like
that'll take away from our time together.
Yeah.
We can take pictures.
It's not the Truman Show, right?
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie. I just understand the
What?
reference.
It's so good.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I don't know.
We'll take a lot of goofy pictures together. I kept imagining I would show up and then just like take one of those like videos like on Instagram where it's like the heart zooming in and add some like cheesy song.
Love that.
United and it feels so. And it's like the whole day just like.
That's your one TikTok. Put that up.
Just me like being too extra around you, like she's here.
I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna happen.
I love it.
I mean, the biggest decision we have to make for next week really is what we're gonna eat. What are we eating?
Oh man.
Right?
We can't go to that pizza place again for 4 hours.
Oh, you could.
Could.
No one will be there, so that's good, right?
Oh man, now I have to think through everything.
Yeah.
Will I want barbecue next week? I don't know.
Is there a good barbecue place here? Because I always hear about certain ones.
Yes.
We've never been to like.
Oh my god, are you serious?
I know there's the famous one, which I went to as like a kid.
No.
But everybody's like, no, not that one. And there's one near my house, but I also hear that one's garbage. So like,
I will take you to my place.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, go the other place. Does it have a great jingle? Yes. It does.
I don't even know if I know what jingle you're talking about. Yeah.
But
don't want people to find us. Yeah.
That is hard, probably.
Yeah, but, it's probably not.
I got a place. Ooh, we also should go get ice cream from that little place you just like, that you drive up to, the little tiny place.
Yes. Okay. So I know which one. Well, there's two, right? There's two people fight over here, but I think I know which one you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about. But that one, guess what? We've also never been there.
Well, that's what we'll do.
And I think the problem with that one is they're always like, you need cash because we only take cash, and it's like we never have cash.
Oh, Ellie gets tips every once in a while. I'll just take.
Okay, good.
He doesn't want to use his cash either. He's like,
love that.
He's like, this is meaningless to me. I can't do anything with this. Reed, hello.
Hi, Reed.
I'm gonna be around next week.
Reed, I need you to call the vet.
Reed, can you call the vet, please?
Can you call the vet, please?
I know you're at your desk at work.
Just pretend like you're calling a client or whatever.
Yeah.
Do that. Thank you, please. Thanks.
Barbecue is dope. Yes, it is. If COVID could just not, we could go to the barbecue festival together.
You know, I hear about
Or
it
like
every
the
year.
Bluegrass Festival.
Yeah, that happens every year too.
We could do that.
Although everyone's going without mask right now, of course.
Yeah.
So what do you get at the barbecue place? People want to know.
I
By people, I mean me.
I get a pulled mutton sandwich.
Oh,
I
okay.
get barbecued mutton because you can't get mutton here.
Yeah.
And then I'm pretentious about it, as if I know anything about barbecue. I don't know anything about barbecue, but I act as if like I know, and that is the only place to go. I do really like that place though.
Okay.
That's where we go to get stuff, and I will have to bring burgoo home. But like, yeah, always barbecue mutton sandwich.
You know, I've never had mutton.
Well, now's the time.
Is it? What if I hate it?
Well, we'll get this is cheap as hell at that place. We'll just
Okay.
get another sandwich. It's
Okay, got
my
it.
treat. I'll get us 2 sandwiches.
You know what? We have to live our lives. We need 2 sandwiches. That's decided. We need 2.
They're gonna judge us, no, they're not.
No.
As long as we don't run into like any of my like weirdly racist relatives.
Ooh. Oh. You think they'll be there?
It would be my luck, honestly. After avoiding them for like 5 years.
Oh, don't you love that? Like,
I do.
Like when I'm in that other city that maybe we mentioned earlier, I'm always like, am I going to run into people I hate here? Like, because there's just people I hate now, you know? You live a certain amount of years in your life, right? And you're just like, I don't want to run in to any of these people I don't like.
God, no. One of
It's
them is,
hard.
like, way into QAnon.
Oh no.
And so I just like peek at his Facebook like, oh, that's what the site I was thinking.
You're like that baby gif, right? Who like walks in the room all confident. Oh, okay, and then like runs.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, got it.
Absolutely. The next week could be a live vlog of the day of the life of Maddie and Kristan. Absolutely.
We could become a vlog channel
We would
for
be
one
great.
day. Yeah.
Listen, I think we have the same vibe as most true crime podcasts by women, which is just that
That's
we
fair.
don't.
That's very fair.
It's the same energy.
What's fun about, like, because I think about, like, My Favorite Murder, of course, right? And
Yeah.
they put the front end of their show to be nonsense and various life stuff. And then the back end is what you're waiting for. We do the opposite. We're like, here's your review. And then we're like, we're done. Now we're going to talk about mutton.
We're gonna shoot the shit.
You know. It's great.
Great. Do you guys want to see what Kristan got me for Christmas? For
You do,
Christmas?
right? Live unboxing, except you opened it already.
I already opened it.
Yeah, that's okay.
Look at that. Super Women in Love, which I almost got for myself off Right Stuff. But Kristan knew because she's
I
my
know.
soulmate.
I know, I'm glad you didn't get it then.
Yeah. I'm so excited to use my brain to read stuff like this. And then also, more things. More gay.
Ugh.
Whisper me a love song. I know nothing, but
Maddie.
I like the height dynamic.
Okay,
Yeah.
right? Like, I loved it so much that I was like, I have to go get you a copy now. Because
It's so wide.
and it's big, yeah. It's like a big chonky. Well, it's not chonky, but it's like just big. It's big format manga. I love
like
it.
It's a
Yeah.
good feel. Also, Great Chancellor.
Thank you,
a
Rian.
book. Oh my gosh. I'm very excited.
So that's I don't know if you know about that one, but that one's let's put air quotes here. Not Animal from the Muppets. Right?
I love it.
Sort of his new mini comics.
I need to get another copy and give to my cousin who also lives in a place where you guys live and is a professional drummer.
Oh, fun.
Yeah,
that's
he's
cool.
drumming to like little kids at
very
art
cool.
center. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
You guys would like him, but he does more drugs than I do, which is none.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, we have no friends in this town. They're all out of town still. Yeah.
And stickers.
You gotta love stickies,
I
right?
love that in your card you're like, you can put on your trap for keepers.
Yeah, you like that.
These are very cute stickers.
Because stickers are hit or miss, right?
Oh, and it's got like dimensions, so
Right? I was like, I don't know what you're gonna do with these, but I felt like you needed them.
No, I'm
You know?
something.
Yeah.
Usually I
They
just keep
screamed
stickers
Maddie.
forever, and I just panic because I'm like,
I do
when
similar
do you
things.
put them on?
I do similar things, but what I finally started doing was just sticking them in my planner. Because I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
using this anyway, and then I can look back in time and be like, what stickers did I like? Oh, it's so stupid. Why am I talking about this one? But you know.
That's a t-shirt, more gay. You know,
Yeah.
I might get us matching t-shirts for Christmas, because I was like, what am I going to bring you? And I'm still thinking about it. But what if we had matching t-shirts to wear together all day?
It'd be pretty cute.
It'd be pretty cute.
It'd be pretty cute.
Elliot won't wear matching t-shirts with me.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay. Forget everything else. I need you. I know you've already heard about from me and Jessica. Mary. You're included in this conversation.
Mhm.
Underneath the Christmas Tree by Lifetime is the best gay holiday movie. Maybe holiday movie? Not holiday movie, but like, you know, rom-com type
Mhm.
ever.
So what I haven't figured out yet, I need to check right now. Is it on Hulu? Because I know Hulu has some Lifetime stuff.
We've got to figure it out. I will.
Because I gotta know. I gotta
you.
see it.
Because, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Lee, you need to watch it too, because the energy between these two women is palpable.
Reed will watch it with me. Reed and I watched Happiest Season.
But
oh, it is. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm gonna watch
way
that
better than
maybe
Happiest
today.
Season.
So here's the deal. We probably talked about this when it came out, right?
Oh, sure.
But to reiterate what I said in that message to you and Jessica, I tried to rewatch it the other day because I'm happy it exists. I like things about it.
Yeah.
I loved Kristen Stewart in it. Thought she was perfect for the role.
Wonderful.
Okay, perfect. I love Dan Levy, but there need to be more, right?
Absolutely.
Loved Aubrey Plaza, of course. Okay. Had the same problems that everybody else had, but I also was like, but I still liked it, you know? So I went back into it, but I had to stop it right when Kristen Stewart's character is at the mall with the kids, and the kids are about to put that necklace in her bag because I can't handle it. I was just like, and I know that's not even the problem anyone has, but I was just like, I hate this. I just hate that whole thing. I hate it.
There is not a moment in this movie where I had that secondhand embarrassment or like uncomfortableness
or cringe. Yeah.
Why is my husband calling me? Hey, 1 second.
I like the ringtone. Well, Jessica, it looks like I'm gonna have to watch that movie, potentially tonight. We'll see if I'm awake enough. I'm running on very little sleep right now. Definitely secondhand blushing though on my part. Yeah, okay. I'm very excited. Reed, you're asking what am I watching? There's this gay holiday Lifetime movie that Jessica and Maddie watched and loved. What's it called again? Did anyone type it? I don't think they did. Something under the mistletoe.
Under the Christmas tree.
Under the Christmas tree. That's it, Reed. Apparently it's on Hulu.
Real quick, please report back on Whisper Me a Love Song. It was in my wish list, but held back on it after being a bit disappointed with The Witch's Love Song at the end of the world.
Okay, one, I love A Witch's Love at the End of the World, so I'm sorry you didn't love it. But Whisper Me a Love Song, I love even more because there's something about it. I love it so much. It's, it's like any cutesy Yuri. It's a little ridiculous, but I loved it.
Good
So if you like cutesy Yuri stuff, you're gonna like it.
Definitely secondhand blushing though on my part and in my heart. And there's a quote towards the end that was like, somehow anyone can be a Christmas tree whisperer or a tree whisperer. Maybe you're a Christmas whisperer or something like that. This is really dumb. But it has the main girl's the same girl from Carmilla. Have you ever watched that? I did not recognize her even like halfway through the movie. You haven't seen Carmilla?
I don't know what that is.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm really excited for you.
I know.
So it is.
I haven't had mutton. I don't know what that is. What's wrong with me?
It's a web series.
Okay.
Based on the book Carmilla, which is like a lesbian vampire sort of deal. And so it's like a almost like Dr. Horrible sing along blog where it's that kind of vlog style. And it's about these like roommates and they fall in love. It's like 4 seasons, a YouTube web series.
Okay.
It's classic.
I'm writing it down.
Yeah.
It's written. Okay, cool. That sounds great.
About the movie, Jessica said the plot is held together by dental floss, and that's the real Christmas miracle.
Okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Love this.
Oh, and I have a present here that Ellie got me, which is all of the Digimon Adventure Tri movies on Blu-ray.
Nice. Nice.
I'm an adult.
You know, I never got into Digimon hype.
It's fine that you didn't get into it as like a youth. Honestly, you could watch it even now as an adult. There's a lot of depth to Digimon because Pokemon, sure, it has some emotional moments, but like Digimon deals with real hard stuff. Like
interesting.
Right away, these kids have some emotional problems they need to deal with and grow through. You know, 2 of the boys and their parents are divorced, and that's really rough. Like, one of them has like really low self-esteem. Like, it's rough. Digimon die in front of them all the time. Like, it's hard. It's hard.
It's not just about catching them all, then, is it? Okay.
No.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's all I experienced was the Pokemon stuff. By the way, this just popped in my head. Do you remember? It was like the first Pokemon soundtrack, right?
Absolutely. To be a master? Yes. I have all of them memorized, of course.
Misty's song?
Yes.
Can we even talk about Misty's song?
The quiet
of the night. Yeah. I mean,
at the beginning of the song, she's like, "Good night, Ash."
Good night, Pikachu.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
The dance remix on that soundtrack is so good.
It's so good. I just love that we got this whole like deep song that Misty sings about her love for Ash. That was just, it's like, here, it's canon, it's on an official soundtrack, but you're never really going to get any of this in the,
and then
like,
that line in the middle, like, you look at me, I
look at you. Or yeah, so that's it. So good. Like, how did that, I just want to know where the decision was. Like,
went so hard. It was so hard.
Yes, it did. I loved it.
Like, and I listened to that to death. That and then like the Sailor Moon first season or soundtrack, which is also very good. I had choreographed dances to both of them because I didn't have a lot of friends, and I had a lot of time on my hands.
Oh, we would have been friends.
Could you imagine?
We would have been such good friends.
I know.
We would have been.
Back in time and fix it.
Blasty Misty song.
We were so close, Kristan.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that?
See, my mixed CDs back then, which by the way, I was a nerd. I would create in Photoshop track lists, put them in the CD thing. I have old mixed CDs I've made. I should definitely find those.
I've never made art for it. I just had all
art. I had the spine, everything. I put the art, and the art was terrible. It was like a Charizard in space with like the background was like Quake 3 Arena, which I was obsessed with. Like it was a lot.
Love that. See, yeah, but friends, I would have shared with you all of my like discs, computer discs that were just saved pictures of anime girls holding hands.
Love this. Love that so much. Yeah, my mix CDs were like Misty song. I would throw in like everything. Aaron Carter, unfortunately now. Unfortunately now he's a mess. I understand. It's bad. He's a problem. But at the time, I didn't know better. He was high when I met him,
and I'd have been like,
but it's fine.
Okay, but now you need to read this manga.
Yeah. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, what's manga? Because I wasn't reading manga back then.
Oh, I would have.
I know. I wish I would have been like,
listen, I need to show you this anime and this video game and this manga.
I would have loved it.
And my whole walls were covered with like cut up magazines I pasted all together on the wall, like the whole entire wall.
Oh, me too.
Magazine ones.
Oh man, I like cut up it, but I had like Backstreet Boys and like Aaron Carter.
once I hit middle school, we could have like really got. I'm like, here's my David Boreanaz wall.
Oh my gosh, yes.
An appropriate picture I have of him in a bathtub. I'm in middle school.
I had the bathtub on my wall too. I had the yes, I did. Of course, I had the bathtub,
Of
David.
course.
I had the James without a shirt on, James Marsters, who played Spike. I had, oh gosh, what else was there? I mean, I don't know. I had Jake Lloyd from the first Star Wars movie.
Ventimiglia, because I was doing the Gilmore Girls.
Nice.
I asked my mom for a calendar of him, but they obviously don't have that. And so my mom got me an Orlando Bloom one, because that's as close as she could think of.
I mean, I thought he was cute, though. I think I had an Orlando poster or two up. I mean,
he went to Elizabethtown.
I mean, yeah. I made a whole movie about it.
I know. Guys, who was on your walls? I'm sorry, you guys came here like, I don't know. You're supposed to shoot this shit.
It's great.
Thank you, Lee, for bringing it back. Circle back to the bundled up cold personality stories. Did y'all get around to the terror? Cold, blushy cheek boys trying to protect. No.
No, but that sounds great.
Did y'all see the news that Embracer Video Game Company going to buy Dark Horse Comics? Is that confirmed? Because I knew they were for sale.
I think it's pending, maybe. Yeah. The last I heard, unless there's like news that it's confirmed. But
now I gotta check how many Kursai Corpse Delivery Service I have or what I have, because I didn't think it was ever gonna come back.
Yeah, so supposedly.
Like, I'll give up.
Yeah.
But I can't now.
Well, there's like what, 4 Omnis? I'm like, where's mine?
Yeah, I have to go back and look downstairs. I don't even know if they're still in print or what, but probably not.
I don't think they are, but they may not be hard to find. I don't know.
It probably isn't, and I can always like ask the group. Everyone's super nice. I'm like, listen.
Yeah. You had at least like 1 and 2, I feel like, right?
I'm sure I do.
I think so. And there's only 2 more.
I may even find like the other ones at half price.
Well, and if they're not stupid, they'll just reprint the other ones.
Volume 3 is like $25.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. It's
I should check downstairs. I probably have. Yeah. I should
make sure you. Like I'm gonna get it, and then you have like 3 volume 3s. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. Well, yeah, we didn't talk about when we're gonna do a show next week. I mean, I'm technically free this week. I'm wicked free all next week until I come to see you because I'm not working. So, and there's Christmas this week, but I'm not really doing anything.
I think I'm free like, I don't know, Wednesday.
Like tomorrow or next Wednesday?
Next Wednesday.
Okay.
Not tomorrow. No. Sorry. I literally forget what day it is. Like, I'm so messed up that I have no idea.
I've been thinking it was Wednesday for 2 days.
It just doesn't even feel... Well, and I'm off today, so it feels weird.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, let's do next Wednesday, just whenever sounds good.
Cool. I'm working until, like, early evening, so...
Okay. That'll be fine.
Yeah. So we can do early evening sometime. Don't run into the bros.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta worry about.
Well, all right, well thank you guys for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you so much. If you're watching this later, please let us know who was on your wall as a child. We want to know.
Would we all have been friends? You know, just theorize in the comments that, like, you know, this is what we've talked about, because you probably know a lot about us right now.
Yeah, and if you would have made fun of us, then fine, tell us. Like,
I wouldn't have allowed you to. I was very pretentious about.
You're like, excuse me, Misty's song. It should have won 4 Grammys. Thank you so much.
It should have.
It really should have.
Yeah. Have a good rest of your day, guys, and check out Chris today, I guess, on Omnidog's Vault. What time?
Oh yeah, I always have to convert it at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Jess and I will be talking about our 2022 reading goals, which I mentioned earlier. So, if you want to check out some goals, we're gonna have those. Also, check out our great sponsor, InStockTrades.com.
Oh, and I'll be live tonight at 8 p.m. as long as our channel doesn't get striked and die.
Ooh, hopefully not.
Bye, guys. Have a good day.
See ya.